Okay, first of all, this whole deal is legit.
Yeah, aren't they all?
Look, I'm not kidding you. I may walk the line, but I never go over the edge.
Come on out with the plan, Baldwin, or I walk right now.
Listen, sit down.
What, is this a long story?
I want to fill you in on the past history and everything, okay? Now, sit down.
All right.
All right, this is Weber's rental agreement with Durnley.
For what, the sports center operation?
For the building. He pays $10 a month for rent. In return, he's agreed to fix the place up at his own expense, out of his pocket.
$10 a month, nice arrangement.
Yeah, well, it gets even better than that because Joe Kelly worked out a deal on his behalf that if the building ever goes on the market, he's got first option.
Yeah, well, that's nice for him, but none of this means a thing to me.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm getting to that.
Will you mind picking up the pace, like getting down to what's in it for me?
How would you like to buy in to the waterfront shopping mall?
Well enough to sit down and listen.
Then do it.
Okay, come on, I'm waiting.
Yesterday, I had the sports center building appraised. With all the work that Weber's done on it, it's now worth $200,000.
So how's that fit into the mall development?
Because it falls smack at the end of the designated area.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, it is, considering I'm the one who's going to complete the mall. So all you have to do is buy the sports center building, turn it over for demolition. I cut you into the mall. It's all legit. It's the safest deal you've ever seen.
You know, normally I shy away from safe deals. But somehow I like the sound of this one.
Yeah, well, you better decide right now because you haven't got time to think about it.
Okay, I'm in.
Good. I thought you would be.
So what's our first step?
You got a checking account?
Yeah.
Got a checkbook?
It's in my pocket.
Okay, pull it out. Write me a big fat deposit check.
So what's the matter? My word's not good enough for you?
No, that's not it. I need proof for Weber to show the whole deal is legitimate.
Yeah, so you can take the money and run. How do I know I can trust you?
Hey, come on. I trusted you, didn't I?
Yeah, but now we're talking about my money.
I thought you might be a little reluctant. That's why I have this drawn up.
No. What is this?
It's a legal agreement cutting you into the mall. All you do is sign it and give me a check. What are you doing?
Lawyer talk. Makes me nervous. Now, in my business deals, a handshake's all that's necessary.
Why didn't you say so?
Looks like we're in business, Mr. Baldwin. Now, how much you like that check made out for?
Give me a chance to work out all the details. A couple of days with Weber.
What's the matter? You think there might be a problem?
How can there be? We're holding all the aces.
I like you, Baldwin. You want to know why?
My snappy attire.
Yeah, that. And the fact that you're going to make me a richer man. Any guy who can do that is an instant buddy.
Great. See, it all works out in the end. We're both going to be rich.
You call me when you want to finalize a deal.
Right. See you around. Have a good day. Yeah, Dr. Lesley Weber, please. It's a friend. Yeah, I'll hold. But listen, I don't want to be hanging here all day. Right. Lesley? Scotty Baldwin. How are you? Yes, I know that hospitals are usually pretty busy, but I was wondering if you could fit some time into your schedule later on this afternoon. Right. Yes, I would love to come down to the hospital. It's about business. Well, I know that Rick handles that, but he's still out of town, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I heard about Jeff. That's kind of tough. Sounds good. All right, fine. I'll see you then. Goodbye.
All finished. I added a notation to stay away from fried foods.
Right.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's okay. Why don't we go over here?
Okay, what's this about?
Listen, when you talk to Rick, tell him that I've got an offer to buy the sports center.
What?
$200,000. It's a solid offer. So, either you have 30 days to match it, or you're going to have to get out.
Someone wants to buy the sports center.
It was a shock to me, too, Lesley.
Shock.
I'm speechless.
Well, you see why I called you? I thought you and Rick should know right away.
Rick is in Nevada. What is he supposed to do?
I'm sorry, Lesley, really.
I'm not going to get upset. I'm going to stay calm. Collected about this. All right. Someone wants to buy the sports center. Why? For what?
I don't know.
Well, we just simply are not going to let that happen.
Well, I'm sorry, but I really don't think there's much you can do to prevent it.
What? Are you telling me that somebody can walk in off the street and hand in some money and wipe out all of our months of backbreaking and heartbreaking labor? No, Rick is not going to let that happen.
Rick agreed to it.
Rick would never agree to such a
Look,
thing.
I couldn't believe it myself, and I reread the agreement with Durnley.
We lived up to all of the clauses in that agreement. That rent's been paid on time or early. We have paid for every single improvement that we've made in that place.
Well, there was a provision that said the building could be sold at any time.
It's not fair. It's not right.
And those were the terms of the agreement.
Rick won't do it. He won't do it.
Rick signed the agreement.
Well, then there's got to be something else we can do.
Well, coming up with $200,000, that's about it.
That agreement is not valid.
Lesley, it's a legal document.
One of the people who signed it is in jail.
That doesn't make any difference.
Are you going to tell me that he is going to carry out everything that needs to be done on this agreement from a cell in prison?
He doesn't have to. You see, I have the power of attorney.
You would act for him?
I have to.
I don't believe it.
I have to honor the agreement.
You would sell the sports center out from under us. You hate us that much.
I'm sorry that you would think such a thing.
I don't know what else to think. Scotty, it's not right. Okay, you may have some resentments, you may have some angers toward us, but why do you want to take it out on a bunch of kids?
This is nothing personal.
I'm sorry. I take it personally.
Well, you shouldn't take it that way. What happened between us before is all over. Look, if I could stop this, I would do it, but there's nothing that I can do about it.
If you really meant that, you would go to this crazy person and stop them from trying to do this.
I tried, but they want to buy it.
Why? Why do they want this old, broken-down building?
I don't know. That's their business. What they do with it is not my business. It's their business.
Are they qualified?
What do you mean, qualified?
You know perfectly well what I mean. Are they for real? Do you know who they are? Do they have the money?
They made a very, very big cash deposit.
Who is it, Scotty?
Anthony Hand.
He just walked in, off the street, and told you he wanted to buy the sports center.
That's right. That's right. He didn't even have a real estate agent.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And you told him he could.
Oh, I had to. I mean, I couldn't refuse him. That's part of the agreement that Rick had, no more than I could refuse you and Rick if you wanted to buy it.
We want to buy it.
Okay, fine. Fine. Match the offer.
If you're asking me to write you a check right now, personally, I can't do that, Scotty.
Well, I'm sorry, Lesley. You know, I'm really hate to be the one that has to give you this bad news, but if you can't match it, I'm going to have to give it away.
No. You can stall or something. You just said we have time. You can get him to put it in writing.
He already did. That's why I already brought a copy for you, too. I copied it up there.
I won't accept this.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to accept it. Now, I've got to run. I'll see you later.
Jesse, see if you can find Joe Kelly for me, somewhere. Ask him if he can come over here right away, and we'll sit in the cafeteria and wait for him. I beg your pardon.
My fault.
Sorry, Ruby. Are you all right?
No. As a matter of fact, it couldn't be worse.
Well, I know it's hard, but you realize you've got to get some sleep.
Sleep. With Dan up there and Luke God knows where, who's going to sleep?
Do you want me to prescribe something for you?
No, thank you. The best prescription for me is to get a word from Luke. I'm going over to see Robert to see if he's heard from him.
Okay, well, you let me know any time that you hear anything, please.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is Ruby all right?
No, she's not. How could she be?
I know you're concerned about this, too. Very concerned.
I'm so concerned about so many things and so many people right now. I don't even know who to be concerned about first. Look at this.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get these?
Scotty.
Does Rick know about this?
No, and I don't want to tell him. I don't want to unless I can figure out something to do or get some more information or something.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I can do legally. I know what I want to do personally. I want to punch out that Anthony Hand, and then I want to tell him what I really think of him.
Well, from what I've heard about the man, it wouldn't matter to him.
Yes, I realize that. I've called Joe. See if he can figure out something to do. Scotty says the only thing we can do is to match his offer of $200,000 within a month. How do you like that, Max?
Well, that's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope that Joe can find an alternative.
He has to. The whole idea of the sports center was to provide the kids a place to go where they could get away from the Anthony Hands of this world. And now, look, I can't stand it. It's one problem after another after another.
Yeah, especially for Rick. And I'll have to admit, I resented the demands that place put on him.
Steve, you do know, don't you, that he tried very hard never to shortchange you here?
Oh, I know that. And in spite of all that's happened, I don't want to see those kids lose that place.
Bert made a big mistake. He shouldn't just have taken Durnley to jail. He could have given them two for the price of one. He could have included Scotty.
Well, what are you doing here all by your lonesome?
Well, I could ask you the same thing. The last time I saw you, you were going home.
Oh, Audrey had a last-minute problem with one of her new students, Mia.
Not very good company.
Have you called Rick?
No, I don't want to. He's too worried about Chet.
You don't want to tell him about the sports center.
Not right now. No. What will it do? It will make him unhappy and frustrated because he can't get here. Maybe Joe can.
I got here as soon as I could. Hi, Steve.
Hello, Joe. Well, I'll leave you two alone. If you'll excuse me, I'll try to hurry Audrey along. Good luck.
We'll need more than luck.
What? What's up?
Read it and weep.
Where did you get this?
Scotty.
Figures.
Mm-hmm. Can he do this
Yes.
legally?
Yes.
What can we do?
Not much.
Well, that's not so. I mean, at the very least, we could match the offer of $200,000.
That's a lot of money.
But there must be some way for the community to raise that kind of money in 30 days. The first thing I figured was that Scotty had put hands up to it.
Sure wouldn't put it past him.
And then I thought, well, maybe it's just something they have cooked up together.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Do you think that Scotty would do something like that just out of spite?
Honey, who knows why that man does the things he does?
Okay, so what would Hand want with that old building?
You can bet it'd be something shady.
Do you think talking to him will help?
I'm sure gonna try, Les.
And if he doesn't listen?
Then we're gonna have to do our very best to come up with $200,000.
I hear somebody mention money.
A goodly sum, yes.
For what?
Problems with the sports center.
I thought that had all calmed down.
Oh, somebody now wants to buy the building. Joe is going to see what he can do about it.
Well, do something about it. Be ashamed to lose it now.
We're not going to. That's all there is to that.
We're gonna go down fighting. How's Dan Rooney? Is there any word?
Not well.
The last report, he was hanging on. That's about
Is he still in a coma?
it. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Was there any indication how long it's gonna last?
Unfortunately, with Dan, we just can't tell.
Just have to do some waiting now.
I'm afraid.
Listen, while you're at it, throw in one for Jeff.
Have you heard from Rick?
Yeah. Jeff is not doing real well right now.
Bad news on two fronts.
Mm-hmm. And no word at all from Luke.
We're working on that situation. See you, Jess.
You will call me if you hear anything.